my gosh. I want to say happy Friday, everyone, but I know that it's not Friday. I'm pretty sure that it's Wednesday, and it feels like Friday. It's just been an incredible day. I am here with some of my very dearest NAWBO Nation sisters, and we just came off of a full day event here at NAWBO LA, and I wanted to recap it, and so I brought them on to share their point of view, all different points of view. First of all, would you guys mind introducing yourself, your business, and how you serve in NAWBO and how long you've been a member? Okay. Patty, you want to go first?
Start? Sure. Hi, I'm Patty Ross. My business is Golden State Marketing, and I am a NAWBO member since 2017 or 18, and I am the new chapter president of NAWBO LA.
Woo-hoo. Woo! Awesome. Monica.
Hi guys, my name is Monica Viramontes. I'm the founder and owner of Evolving by Design. I'm an interior design coach to executives. And this year I'm the VP of Corporate Partners for NAWBO LA. And I am in love with NAWBO because I feel like I'm at home, finally. My leadership journey has been very interesting, and the women that are in NAWBO give me the opportunity to always level up. There's always someone doing something so much bigger and so much better and so amazing at it that it's constantly giving me inspiration to continue on my journey. So
I have something to say to that, but not yet. Carmen.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Carmen Torres, and I am the CEO and Chief Specialist of My HR Specialist, where we support business owners, help you through every aspect of your employees' time with you, everything from recruiting, performance management, to separation of employment. And our goal is to help you have great communication with your team, as well as to minimize the risk of liability. So my role with NAWBO Los Angeles is I serve you as your Vice President of Programming, and I'm in my second year on the board of directors. And I've been a member of NAWBO for 3 years now. One of the things that NAWBO has brought to me is opportunity to meet amazing business owners, particularly women, to make connections that include collaboration, include difficult conversation. And in turn, right, what that happens is that it makes us better leaders, better communicators. And so I'm so grateful, just like Monica, she mentioned, we do a lot of growth and development, but there's something about actually doing the work and being in it, and being on the board of directors with these amazing leaders is definitely helping me, be in that space and walk the walk, right? So thank you so much.
Awesome. I love it. And I'm Margaret Brown, CEO and founder of SocializeLA.com. And thank you for joining us. I am serving this year as NAWBO LA's VP of Marketing. I have been a member for, I want to say, almost 9 years. The timeline is, it just, every year just kind of blurs into the other. But I stick around because these are my people. We go through the same issues. I learn from their mistakes. They learn from my mistakes. And I want to say something about what Monica said about she sees people that are leveling up, and it inspires her to level up. But in so many ways, we could see what other people are doing and think, oh, why aren't we there? Like, why am I not there? Why? But instead, it's not like that. It's like we are all like in our own, on our own journey. And in NAWBO, we are just supporting each other as the days go by, the years go by. Like, that's what we do. We support one another. And so today was amazing. Okay, what was your favorite part of today, Carmen?
You know what? There were several of them, but I'll tell you, the one area was definitely the keynote speakers. And what happened to me as I was listening, first of all, to Maria Salinas, was that it just took me back to really connection.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that, you know what she spoke about, and I invite all of you to go back and check it out if you haven't already done so, but what she spoke about really resonated. And, especially when she said that she was asked that one question, how did you get here?
Mm-hmm.
And she started describing, oh, well, I took this route or whatever it was. And no, that's not what they meant. That is not what they meant. So that was amazing. And then when Tanisha spoke, the questions were so real. And, they were so invigorating. Like, if you were not moved, if you didn't jump out of your seat, if you didn't have a tear, if you don't ask yourself a question, you were not listening.
So sad.
Because I felt all of it. So that was my favorite part. All of it was amazing, but it was so moving. And that's exactly what keynotes are supposed to do to you.
Yes, absolutely. Monica.
Oh my gosh. I was so just moved by Tanisha. The way she started, and I felt like we were all releasing. It was like a moment of release, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it felt so powerful to hear her, the way, her tone of voice. I mean, everything. She wasn't talking. She was claiming what she was saying. It was beautiful. So I think there's so much power in speech and power in connection with emotion, right?
Yeah.
So I was very surprised. I was not thinking I was going to get emotional from a keynote, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm feeling all sorts of things. And
you know what I want to do? I want to Patty, you're up, but I want to give Tanisha a shout out via posting her website here, because she's a tremendous keynote speaker. I've heard her speak now. This will be my 4th time, and this was officially a keynote, and that was my favorite. It was my favorite. And Patty, you've heard her a few times too, right?
This is actually my second. The first time in Jacksonville, where that's where I connected, and I told her, I said, there were a lot of great speakers there, nothing against any of the speakers, but she was the one who stuck out for me that whole event. And I had the pleasure of, I think we were on the phone for about 2.5 hours when I had the call just to go over what her theme would be. And it would have gone longer if I didn't have a scheduled appointment going on, but she read this really powerful poem, different than the ones that she read here. And we just talked about her life being blue and black. She's a law enforcement officer, and from her perspective but she's just as powerful today. Yes. Amazing. And anybody can listen to her keynote, should listen to it. And she was very inspiring. Maria, I feel, as a LA sister as well, she was very powerful. I can't wait to meet her in person as well. She was, I think a lot of people liked her, even though on video. But I think those are my favorite moments, and I still have sessions to catch up to. So I saw Monica's presentation, and of course the goal setting one. There's a lot of people in that one, very inspired by Stacey Brown Randall, and getting excited about setting goals and hopefully achieving them, and making their own goal finishers club as well. So I got a lot of great feedback from people I was networking with that they loved the event. So we all put so much hard work into this, and I think the reimagined event turned out really darn well.
It really did. I think I'm going to say my second favorite, because my first favorite was definitely the keynotes. I was, moving around. I got to introduce several of our speakers and move us from a session to a session. But like my friend Monica said earlier, she said you were pivoting a lot, and I was, but I made sure that during that keynote, I was present, because I needed to get something out of that myself. And so it was just phenomenal. But I loved the platform. I think Tara prepared us as well as any of us could have been prepared. My sister is in virtual event planning, and they're all so different between the attendees and their level of technology use, the speakers. I mean, there's so many variables, so much technology, and Tara just knocked it out of the park. I mean, I know a lot of us were behind the scenes helping where we could, but she really, I mean, yeah. I am so excited about this year at NAWBO LA. And as you all know, I talk about NAWBO a lot on my channels because it's a huge part of my business, meaning that's where I spend a lot of my time. And it is like my greatest pleasure. So I have people that come to me, guys, that are like, I want to hang out. I want to, go to a conference with you. It's like, join NAWBO. You'll see me a lot.
Yeah.
You'll see me online. When we're back to in person, you'll see me at every event. Like, join NAWBO. If you want if you want to know why I have always like these awesome events that I'm attending, it's only because I read emails and I register.
Yeah. And, I spoke to somebody in the networking session and I asked her, she's local, and I said, have you been a member or are you a member of NAWBO? And she goes, well, I was, and I wasn't really able to attend events. So she, said, I have to think about where I spend my money. And I said, she's a coach, business coach. And I said, you have to think outside of LA. I said, you have 11 million NAWBO sisters nationwide, multiple chapters. I said, this is your membership is LA, California, and the rest of the country. So she really said, I'm going to rethink. It's a friend of yours, Carmen. I forgot her name. But she's going to rethink. I'll find it. But she's going to rethink. But that, I think, as I mentioned in my intro, welcome speech this morning, I really think that a lot of members didn't appreciate the broad reach of NAWBO until the pandemic, because now I've attended meetings in Phoenix and New York City and all over the country, all over the place in these past 6 months. The community connects have been great, and we could say that we could have attend a meeting anywhere in the country if we happen to be there, but this has really been a good thing that's come out of the pandemic for NAWBO, I think, and I hope we keep it up.
I
attend each other's events virtually as much as we can.
I agree with
Carmen?
you, Patty. I think one of the things that I've learned that you get what you show up for, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever I've invited individuals to be part of different associations, including NAWBO, or even myself. I remember, as I was starting out and trying to determine where do I invest my money, and I realized that I was letting go of memberships because I wasn't getting anything out of it. And what happened is that someone asked me a question, one of my business coaches, and he said, well, what are you showing up for? Are you showing up? And if you're not getting something from your membership, it's because it's of something that we're not doing. Either we're not ready to receive a message, we're not investing the time that we said we would or we committed to as a result of our financial investment. And then I also think that that's another piece of it too. If you don't have a little, a financial investment in it, it's so much more difficult to stay connected. So, right? So
Right.
That's something that I learned. So I do share with my friends, business friends, associates who want to become a part of an association, particularly, NAWBO Los Angeles, is that you're going to get what you put into it. So if you show up, you're going to develop yourself, you're going to build a community, you're going to make connections and begin to collaborate. Has anyone else had any experience with that?
I'd like to hear what Monica's experience is. She's our newest member, but is also a very active and committed member. So what was the difference for you, Monica?
Well, just my experience today and preparing for today, right? For today's speaking engagement as a presenter, I felt so comfortable with the newness of having to move my presentation to something like a virtual meeting where I can still make impact, because I was going to be in an audience of other business owners that understand my plight, that understand my journey, that know that there's trials and tribulations and newness and that learning curve. So whenever we do anything as an organization, there is a level of safety. Like I know I'm going to be safe. And that type of compassion that we have towards one another and whatever we do is amazing, because it allows us to really show up, even if it's a practice platform or, you know, whatever it may be. It was a learning opportunity for me. I had to pare down my presentation a significant amount because it's virtual. We don't absorb the same amount of content, right? And so there's so much overload right now. And so having to learn that, but knowing who I was doing it with, it made the biggest difference in the world for me. I feel like I can go make a presentation anywhere else now because I was able to do it here with all of you, with our entire audience, with compassion that understood not everything was going to go as planned. You know, not everything is perfect, and we're just going with the flow to share valuable information. So that's my takeaway.
Awesome.
That is awesome. I want to say too that I feel like a lot of times we want to join networking groups to network and to get business. And although that happens, in NAWBO, it's just so much different. This is relationship building. You get to know one another, and then it's solid. It's like you are building a foundation for your business. It's not someone you just swapped a card with in 2 minutes and they're like, oh yeah, I need that service, or I might know someone who needs that service. You're building relationships where it's like you're embedding your own business into other people's businesses.
Absolutely.
And that is, I mean, that's huge. And then it's like these collaborations and like all this stuff is just happening. And then you also have like the 6 degrees of separation, because then it's like, oh, well, I know them. I just met so-and-so and we're thinking about doing business together. And it's like, oh yeah, I know them too. We've done business. Oh, then done deal. So it's the networking and it's all that stuff. But I will say that after hearing Maria, I really also need to join the LA Chamber. I think I've said that a couple times. Right. So I really, really need to do that. So I will be doing that soon. I also,
and you
let's talk about.
I want to share, Monica. I know that there's definitely some conversation around that topic, you know, so there's some great opportunities, right, Patty? We are in conversation having an opportunity that will be presented to NAWBO members, NAWBO LA members. So I'm going to be joining as well, Margaret. I'm with you on that. I think that it's critical. Awesome. Not only are they a great chamber, but again, expanding our ability to connect with more people, you know, those possibilities are just endless.
Awesome. And what we have here on this phone call or on this live is we have, you know, we are VPs of committees. And I'd like to, if we could just briefly say, like, what is, you know, what's your plan for your committee, or what are you looking for? Like, what are you excited about? Patty, do you want to kick us off as our president?
I was going to write down notes to see what you guys have to say.
Okay, that's fine. I don't mind going first. You guys can think about it.
She's going to keep us accountable.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me go first since I've thought about this a lot, and then you guys can think about it. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay. So I am the VP of marketing for NAWBO LA. My vision is to have a committee of at least 10 people. And those 10 people are excited about NAWBO and about spreading the word throughout all of the women business owners in Los Angeles. And not just the women in Los Angeles, but near and far, because we can support women in Chicago or New York who also do business in Los Angeles. I want a committee of people who understand how big NAWBO actually is, that it extends out of the borders of our city. It extends to public policy and advocacy in California and in DC, and that we have a voice and decisions are made by those that show up. So my vision is to have at least 10 people on my committee who I help lead and guide, who are helping with all of the things that need to get done. Right now, it is myself, Tara, and
Amy.
Tamara. And yeah, we do have committee members, but I am talking about the actual work that's getting done. And so there's work to be done. And if you don't know how to do social media, don't worry. If you could still join a marketing committee if you have that mind on how to spread the word. So do not think about, oh, but I'm not a graphic designer. Don't worry about it. We will bring you in. And maybe you join the marketing committee, and you find that you don't resonate with the marketing committee, and maybe you're better served on the programming committee. It's okay. This is not like a one and done. This is like a learn. And I actually just spoke to someone today at the event who said, I want to get involved, but I don't know anything about NAWBO. I said, just so you know, the first year that I attended membership committee meetings, I had no idea that there was actually a national organization. And I would just sit in the meetings and I would be silent. But it was important that they had another body there, another willing person to do what needed to be done. And so anyway, all right, who wants to go next?
I love it. I love it. I will go next since you called out the programming committee. So I think 10 is the magic number. So I serve as your vice president of programming. I've been in this role for almost 2 years now. And I have to say that, I have an amazing committee. Like right now, our committee has been so committed to ensuring that we bring programming that is relevant, that we're able to move with you quickly through these changing times. And so what I'm looking for that magic number of 10 committee members. Our committee right now is probably in the range of about 6 of us or so. And what I love about this committee is that they're thought leaders. They are thinking of new ways to connect. They're thinking of, what do we need right now? And our goal is to plan a full year of programming for you so that you can plan your year with us as well. That's a critical piece for us. I think that that's very important for a lot of business owners, particularly for women. We like to plan. We are natural planners. And so that is one of our goals, is to have a full year of calendared programming for you. And yes, right, Margaret? Absolutely.
Yeah, marketing.
Margaret appreciates that. Margaret definitely appreciates that. So that's our goal. And then, the other thing that I'm looking for in, like who makes a great committee member for the programming team, right? So that would be someone who is not afraid to call on people, who is not afraid to make an ask. And I think, Monica will appreciate that too. So not being afraid to, say, hey, you know what, will you sponsor our event? We have this topic that we really want to get out there and we need sponsorship. And when we get back into, in the world of having live events, then it's going to come down to, do you have a space that you can share with us? So we're looking for committee members who have connections, committee members who have, great ideas, who know speakers that can join us at our events. And who just want to be a part of a community to help women business owners. That's really the main thing that it takes to be a part of our committee. So I invite you to join us on the programming committee. Thank you.
That's awesome. I'll go next. Margaret, you're still on mute. So I am actually looking for people that are going to want to build community, and connect because I'm the VP of Corporate Partners. And so what I do is I actually talk to our corporate sponsors, and not just for sponsorship opportunities, but to also engage with them. So my vision for the year is to engage with our corporate partners throughout the entire year. And I see this as a big benefit for both our membership and our corporate partners because we can actually get better aligned with more impact. There's so many programs available now for small business owners. There's so many programs available for women business owners, minority business owners, that we want to leverage that more and more for access to our members. And that's what I think our duty is as corporate partners, as a committee, is to identify those programs and bring them to our membership for all of us to benefit in a reciprocal relationship. And the reason why I say I look for someone that wants community and to be connected is because if we can continue to build relationships, we are going to expand our community. So network building is not the same. Like, it's not what it used to be. It's very different now, right? And so I think that part of what makes a unique committee member is their willingness to learn something new. I do have a large amount of experience with corporate, and coming from a 15-year corporate career and having networks in the corporate industry. My previous business is also in a corporate setting. So I feel like because I've been there and I've done it, I know that we don't need to have someone with that same level of experience. We do need to have people that want to just build the community and see corporate sponsors in a different lens. So that different lens can bring in a whole new, fresh perspective on the way we do things. So I'm really looking forward to reimagining the whole way we interact with our corporate partners.
I love it. I love it. And one thing, Patty, before you get to comment on all of these wonderful things, one thing that I've noticed, as like I said, being in NAWBO for 9 years, is that once in a while I'll see, because I interact with a lot of chapters, I see like a very needy ask, and it's like, let's change the conversation, because NAWBO is very powerful from national to the local experience. And so we have a lot to offer ourselves, and we want to bring in partners who just want to like do this with us. At the end of the day, we can't do it without their funding.
Yep.
So yeah. But anyway, thank you, Monica.
My pleasure.
Patty?
No, that was awesome, ladies, and yeah, and everything is connected, and this event I saw as the catalyst to what this year is going to be. That Connect, Inspire, Thrive is going to be the theme for the entire year. You know, that was my vision with it, and realizing that no matter where we were, 6 months ago, we're all disconnected from each other. We're all trying to figure out this new normal, whatever. And really finding out what our membership really wants and needs, and what we need, and what this community needs. So, and the other, a lot of important board roles here and committees, but the other big one that's going to be connected with programming and marketing and corporate partners is membership. That one, we have a membership chair. We're looking for a membership VP and a committee. That's going to be one of our most important committees this year, is to figure out, and along with the other committees mentioned, figure out what we can do to connect and reconnect our current members, but also, like I said in the intro, shout out to LA that we're NAWBO, we're here, and you need to join us. And there's a lot of good reasons to join us. So definitely want to bring some more fire into the membership committee. I think it's pretty similar in roles to what Margaret and Carmen were talking about too. Just people, I don't know if there's an experience you have to have in membership necessarily. I think it's that be willing to, talk to people, not be shy, not willing to go and tell people what it is about NAWBO that you love and why they should be a member, and let them know that it's beyond LA. And like Margaret said too, women in Chicago who do business here in LA, for example. So yes, I'm excited that this year we're definitely going to be taking this chapter to a whole new level. Lots of great opportunities. We have board positions still open. There's plenty of committee positions open as well, and we hope to bring some more ladies into the fold. So yeah, I'm excited. I think about NAWBO all the time now, and I think about all the interconnections and how things are going to play together. And so many ideas came out of today as well. I've been putting them in our Slack channel and things. We need to follow up with this and follow up with that. Taking our notes. So yeah, thank you. I think there's definitely some good new juice and energy happening, and it's going to start flowing. So
totally.
Yeah.
Well, Tara commented, this is where the party went. I just invited her, but she is unable to join us right now. She has a prior commitment. But we did acknowledge what an amazing job you did, Tara. I believe you're watching this right now, and I don't know what we would do without you. And I appreciate you. And I thank you for being so committed to NAWBO. As a woman business owner, you are supporting the organization as well in a really awesome way. So thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Tara.
Okay. Do we have any final comments we want to leave our audience with?
I'm going to say that it's just okay to take off your earrings every once in a while.
Yeah. I didn't even wear any today, and I didn't even care.
I'm so ready for the weekend. It's only Wednesday.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I love what you said, Margaret. When you started this off, it's like you want to say Happy Friday. The truth is, I'm feeling the same way, and not because I want it to be the weekend already, but because it feels so good, and people feel really good on Fridays. And I do. I feel really good. I feel like, wow, I just gained 2 extra days this week as a result of today's session. Like, that's how I'm feeling right now. So thank you.
Can I just say one more shout out?
Yeah.
Because here we are in Los Angeles, right? And I know this person's probably not watching right now, but I'm going to tag her later. But I also want to give a huge shout out to the NAWBO National CEO, Jen Earl, who is phenomenal. And she quietly and strongly and unwaveringly leads this organization. And what you're seeing now in 2020 is a direct impact of her leadership. And I am so excited that we are part of this with her. And I can't wait to just in the chapter leaders box or message or wherever we all talk. Okay, now I sound like my mom. Tell her like what an awesome time we had, and she's gonna be happy because it's like we are showing up for NAWBO and for women business owners, and that's the mission, staying focused on the mission. And so I just want to give her a shout out. I also, lastly, if you guys have any closing remarks, in the comments, I put a link to the national conference. Let's all go. Let's all go. We'll wear our Dodger shirts one day so people know where we're from. And so we will. I would love from a marketing perspective for the Los Angeles chapter one day to wear a themed color, and I would like to choose that color, but that's okay. We can all have a say in it. But yeah, join us. It's going to be, if you had an awesome time today, imagine that for a few days and just the connections that you're going to make. So, and again, Tara, she said, thank you. Glad it all turned out well.
Aww.
Like, that's like such a humble response. Oh, okay. Anybody have any final words they want to leave us with?
I'm excited for NAWBO National as well. I'll be speaking there. So if you missed it today, I'll have a breakout session there as well. So you can catch me there. It'll be so much fun.
Yay! Awesome. Yeah. That's gonna be
I
fun.
just want to say, I just want to say thank you to our leadership. First of all, thank you, Patty, for leading us. I really believe that, as a result of the leadership that we have, we're able to pull through together.
Mhm.
And I wanted to, invite everyone who's listening to us to find your community. Whether it's NAWBO Los Angeles or somewhere else, but
Yeah.
find your community, because your community is what moves you forward. And especially right now, check in on people, check in on individuals who are seemingly happy. Check in on individuals who you haven't heard from, and the last thing, one of the things that I've been leading with during this time, I've been leading with not blaming people for not being in touch, or for saying things like, I know who my friends are, whoever checks in. No, not right now. This is not the time to put that out there. Right now, we're all, and who said it? Did you say that, Patty? We're all in different boats in the same
Mhm.
storm.
Mhm.
And I truly believe that. So let's just look for people, whether they're looking for us or not. They will appreciate it. And I
I agree.
appreciate you. Thank you.
I love that. I want to be in
Thank you.
Monica.
Yeah, this was great.
You're all welcome.
Where did I go? No, thank you. This was great. I can't even. I can't. I usually have words. I don't have words anymore. This was
Yeah.
Patty, you were awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And
I
this
fire forward right now, so I'm so excited to see what's going to come next. Now the elephant in the room is past us, and we're going to start planning next year, right? Next week.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. We'll give
And we can use this platform to talk about business and NAWBO whenever we want. So you guys just let me know. I go live, I don't say every day, but pretty often. So I love having people on here with me. I'm sure people get tired of just seeing me. I don't always have to talk about digital marketing, even though I love it. But one of my life's work is part of my life's work is to support women business owners and making sure that their message is getting out. And I know, Patty, you can attest to that in your own business. So, all right, everyone, thank you so much for being with us on this Friday afternoon.
Thank you for having us.
All right.